Hello everyone, today I want to talk a little bit about the current progress of my project. As some of you might know, my project is a variation of Obsidian Publish, and recently I've achieved something really cool, which is supporting basically 90% of the Obsidian syntax, and I want to showcase this to you. I think this is a big achievement because when you look at some static website generator from Markdown, for example, Hugo or for example, Astro or Quartz, they don't support that many Obsidian syntax. And if I support as much Obsidian syntax as possible, then it will make this published solution really compatible with Obsidian Publish. And the way I make sure that it compatible with Obsidian syntax as much as possible is to basically clone their official website, and then because like in their website they have their formatting syntax and they have Vans formatting syntax, and then they also have Obsidian flavor markdown. Basically, if I support all of them, then it will work. That's why I want to showcase this to you guys, and I will talk about which part is the most difficult to implement. So you can see that now I have the title. I got something that Obsidian Publish doesn't have. For example, I have this background right here. I can go to a folder page, and then other things are very similar. You can see that I have the text, I have the code block, I have the block quotes, and I have the text again. The inline code works very well. The header works very well as well. Heading 1 to 6, which is really beautiful. And then I support these text formatting shortcuts. For example, bold text, italic, strike, highlight. The highlight is a little bit different because I want to test the functionalities, and it works pretty well. And the bold text next to italic text, everything works. And you can see that the escape works really well as well. So this line will not be bold, this line will be italic and show the asterisks. I support WikiLink as well. You can see that when I hover on it, it will have the hover preview. External link, it works. External image, it works. You can see that. I can also control the image size by using this shortcut syntax. So the callout works. Yep. And then the list also work. It's basically identical. And I even got some features that Obsidian Publish doesn't have. For example, I got this copy code button. Obsidian Publish doesn't have this copy button. You have to manually select and copy by yourself. And yeah, I got this task list. I got this to-do list, checklist. I also support different characters inside inside the bracket. Nested list works. Everything works. Very cool. And yeah, so this footnote should work as well. Let me see. This footnotes, you can see that there's a 1 here, there's a 1 here, and then it links to the footnote here. And when I click it, it will go back to number 1 footnote. Advanced formatting syntax, I also support basically 95% of it. For example, you can see that this table works. Cell doesn't have to be aligned with columns. You also don't need the outer border, and I support it as well. Here, Obsidian Publish has a problem as well, but I do it anyway. So I have diagrams. I support diagram as well. This is mermaid diagram. The only thing in the advanced formatting syntax which I don't support is this linking file in the diagram. Probably many people don't know about this. Obsidian actually supports linking the different files in a mermaid diagram. You just need to put the internal link class names to this node. Then you can see that these two blocks become a link, and then you can go to the file, but this file doesn't exist in the moment. It's just a demo link, but there are some cautions. The internal links from diagram doesn't show in the graph view. Actually, it is really easy to support it. How Obsidian implement this feature is that basically after they generate the mermaid diagram, they will go into the mermaid diagrams and then grab every node with internal link class names and then replace it with a foreign object. I believe it's a foreign object. Let me see. Yeah, you can see that it's a foreign object right here. And then replace it with a foreign object so that they can use HTML inside this SVG. But this thing is actually not difficult to do because you just need to write probably like 10 lines of JavaScript and it will work. The reason why I don't want to support it is because they already stated in here, in the cautions, in the note, internal links from diagram doesn't show up in the graph view. I don't think it is a good practice to put links in the graph in the mermaid diagram. In the future, I might think about supporting Canvas in this project, which Obsidian Publish doesn't support it right now. I have no idea how long it would take them to implement this feature. But if Obsidian Publish or my Obsidian Publish support Canvas, then basically this function will go obsolete. I don't think I want to implement this feature, especially the internal links from diagram doesn't show in the graph view. It means that they're not actual link. They're just virtual link. That's how. Just put it like that. Just put it that way. I cannot figure out a better term. But you can see that these things works as well. It's basically identical, even for the math checks. You have this code. You have this code block. You have this math expression, and then it will generate this math formula for you. And then it works even for inline expression as well. So you can see that, except these linking files in mermaid diagrams, basically I support every syntax Obsidian support, and make this project a very powerful alternative to Obsidian Publish. Plus, if I go to Callout, actually one thing which is really difficult to implement is the nested callout, and I'm pretty satisfied with the nested callout, and I really want to showcase that. Okay, this code block is a bit different than the Obsidian code block because you can see that the title is different. I intentionally do that just to test it out, the different feature. So this test case basically tests that not only plain text can go to the title, code or link or other markdown can go to the title as well, and it works. Everything works. And then this call out really cool, like this one, title only call out. I support title only call out as well. FAQ, call out foldable. Yes, it is foldable. Probably I should make some animation just like Obsidian Publish does as well. Yeah. And then this nested call out is what I really proud of because I take a whole day just to implement this feature. Actually, I've done it a long time ago, but recently I revisited this feature and found some bugs, and then I dig deep into it and found that, oh, actually parsing the markdown to do such complex syntax is difficult. And then you can use this CSS to style the call out as well, and it works. This internal embed, it works. SVG icon, I support all the call variations, the support types, and I make it super easy to extend the type as well. Probably even more easier than Obsidian Publish itself. I think another difficult thing to implement is probably the internal link. Yeah, the internal link. You can see that when I go to some internal link, it will show the highlight. The header just now highlighted as yellow. Let me see. Internal link. Where's internal link? Yeah, you can see that basically identical. The things are basically identical. I support like all the syntax Obsidian Publish already originally supports. Okay, this place is a bit different. It's a bit different, but this place is intended. Why do I say that? Let me show you. This is actually an internal embed, but Obsidian used some styling to make it looks like it is a soft embed. It doesn't show the left border. You can see that it doesn't show the left border. Normally, if you internally embed some folders in Obsidian, you will have a purple left border right here. But Obsidian team, they have a soft embed CSS class so that it doesn't looks like it is an internal embed. But anyway, like if I, let me see, where is it? I think it's like here. This search autocomplete large. So basically it's embedding a quick switcher file, and then it is a block reference. So if I go here, go to the block reference, you can see that it's actually embedding this line. But why I say that this difference is intended, this, wait, where is it? Oh yeah, here. This, why do I say this difference is intended is because of how Obsidian team writes their note. If I go to quick switcher and then I go to see the source again, but you can see that actually this block reference is given to the title rather than the block. So that's why in my custom-made Obsidian Publish, I distinguish these two if by the new line. I will show you what it means. You can see that the code, the markdown file, actually this block reference is exactly behind the title. But if I enter it, give you a new line, then it means it is referencing this block quote. And I will show you, I hope that it works. Oh no, oh, this is a deployed version. So this is a deployed version, so it doesn't update. But in my local host version, it will update it. Never mind. Let's continue. Basically, I think I have showcased, I've talked about most of the syntax. Let me see, how can I go back to this file, internal link. Internal link is a very difficult thing to implement, to be honest, because you first have to parse the files and give them different block ID, and then when you embed it, you have to find that block ID and capture a section of that page. And you also have to keep the context of that page so that things would make sense, right? It is difficult to implement this feature. And the biggest difference between Obsidian Publish and my custom-made Obsidian Publish is that my project is completely server-side generated. Some people might already know if they follow my community post. So if I go to page source, you can see that the text here, they are not JavaScript, they are HTML. But if you go to Obsidian Publish, you will see that basically there's no HTML. Everything is JavaScript. So what Obsidian does is that it creates some manifest, pre-made manifest in the server. They also host the markdown file in the server. And then when you go into the website, it will ask the server to get these markdown file and get these manifests. And then on the client side, they render the website. Obsidian Publish is a client-side generated website, but my custom-made Obsidian Publish is a server-side website. It's server-side generated. The benefits of using server-side generation is that it serves better SEO, first of all, because these things can be crawled by browsers, or they can be crawled by fetch, they can crawl by curl request, webget. They can curl very easily. They can be curled very easily. And that's why, let's say some bots from search engine, they want to know the websites. They don't need to spend time rendering it and parsing it. But Obsidian Publish, it is a client-side website. Actually, they have SEO support as well. But no matter how they do it, a client-side website will not be as good as a server-side generated website as in terms of SEO. But the benefits of client-side rendering website is that they can serve pages really fast. Obsidian Publish is actually really fast because all they need to do all they need to request is the markdown file and some JSON files, and the file size is pretty small as well. Then they do all the rendering on the client, and that's why they can return the response very quickly and make the website very fast. So there's a bit of a trade-off. Wait, let me see. Actually, I have already refreshed the page. Hopefully you see that. I already refreshed the page, and this is pretty quick, to be honest. Let me show you how quick it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is that fast. You can see that it is below 100 milliseconds. It is that fast because there's some catching that I've done in my website and make it very fast to retrieve files that you have already retrieved before. And yeah, so this website is pretty fast as well. You can see that if I go to other pages, it's almost instant. There's no way to tell. Like from a normal user's perspective, some tech savvy they might be able to know that properly, but for normal users, you will not be able to tell this is a server-side generated website because it's just as fast as the original Obsidian Publish. So this is a really cool thing as well. I think in the future I'm going to do the graph view, and I hopefully support the Obsidian canvas as well. At the same time, I'm also looking for funding so that this project can go generally available to public, because now the Obsidian Publish, although I make things it's pretty easy. The valve, basically this valve is a markdown valve, and I basically copy it from the GitHub of Obsidian teams, and everything will just work. You can spin up this website locally, you can preview this website locally, and then you can deploy it. But the process is still pretty tailor-made, and also there are some bugs as well. There are a lot of bugs actually. I didn't fix them, but I really want to make it generally available to public so that people can use it. And that's why I need to think about how to do that, and probably I need a server. I need to implement a server which connect to GitHub, and whenever you push something to GitHub, your website will get updated. So that is my primary idea. I think integrating my website, my Obsidian Publish with GitHub will give me the access control that I need, will give me the commit history, will give me the changelog that I need. Now Obsidian team doesn't have changelog, but I can generate changelog using my custom made Obsidian Publish, because you can see that this file is auto generated. So what it means, what this demo illustrate, is that I can generate page content using Markdown, and I don't think this feature will be implemented by Obsidian team anytime soon, probably not within 2 to 3 years. And I think that since I can generate this whole page, then I can generate something like data view. I can put data view in Obsidian Publish, and I can also generate changelog. The reason why I want to create my custom-made Obsidian Publish is that I don't want to be bound by Obsidian Publish. I want to basically connect to different data source. For example, I can connect to GitHub. I can connect to, let's say, I have Notions, and I can connect this Obsidian Publish with Notion. That would be really cool. And I can also basically run a fetch request. I can have a page, and then run a fetch request to fetch any kind of data, and then render that data on the page. So that is really cool as well, because it will give me endless possibility, and basically creating a website by myself give me all the styling control as well. I've tried to style Obsidian Publish, and I feel like I've already tried pretty hard. From what I see, 90% of the Obsidian Publish user is not as advanced as me. Of course, there's some people who are really good at Obsidian Publish and they have a lot of creative use case of it. For example, they can play games and things like that on Obsidian Publish, but I just feel like the styling is pretty limited. So yeah, in I guess that is like one major benefit of creating my custom Obsidian Publish as well. Yeah. So this video is pretty long, but I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Bye.